A couple of days ago, I put out a YouTube community post asking whether you want me to help you break out of Fighter 3 if you have already done your best in your account and you just don't know why you are stuck in Fighter 3 for so long, then shoot me an email. And I got a lot and a lot of application, and I chose two random accounts that gave me a pretty good explanation in the email, and it seemed like they don't have everything in the game, and maybe it is going to be a good representation for the Fighter 3 area in the game in RTA. Thank you so much for the overwhelming application via email. I hope this video is going to be helpful because I cannot check and fix every single account out there. So I'll try my best in this video to lay down all the problem that can be worked on for a typical Fighter 3 RTA account. I hope this video will not come across as me trying to like trash talk a Fighter 3 low rank account or anything. I asked the owner whether I can be real and be frank as much as I can, and they said yes. So I just went ahead and break down every single thing that I see that is wrong in the account, and hopefully that will help them and you guys improve in the game as well. But I don't think it's going to be something mind-blowing for you. You probably have heard this before. I mean, Jubei tell you to farm runes every single video. Have you done that? I'm not too sure about that yet. Anyway, once again, I'm sorry if I didn't get a chance to reply to you, and I hope that it's going to be helpful. So the first account we are going to look at is going to be pretty short because the owner came out and confessed that he's kind of lazy to work on his account, and I really can't help someone who doesn't want to improve because there were many evidence that show he's probably not going to improve anytime soon. But hopefully after this I gave him some pointers via DM. He might be working on his account, I don't know, maybe. And the moment I log in, I already want to log out. I saw the energy and I know that is a sign of casual gameplay. It is fine to be casual. It is perfectly fine to play and collect monster for fun. But if you are casual, you can't complain you're not getting the rank that you want or you deserve. And just play casually, yeah? Another sign of casual gameplay is 2,000 energy use. Look at the guildies, 40,000, 2,000. If you're not farming runes, if you're not farming artifacts, you should not be getting any improvement in any area of the game. This monster box is stacked with Nat 5, but not top tier Nat 5. So it's gonna be tough to climb an RTA, but it's definitely doable if you really want to do it. And you know what is wrong here? There's no Lulu. In 2021, and you're not having a Lulu and Vigor 2A, I don't know, man. I really don't know about this. And I said in the post, if you have tried your best to be out of F3 and RTA and you don't know where you're stuck at, then tell me. But I think this is not the sign of you have been doing your very best. So I don't know, man. I just don't know what to do. There's no way, no miracle I can do to save this account when runes are nowhere to be maxed, yeah? And there are like one good rune in a slot, maybe two, and that's it. So you can't build anything. It's just I don't know, man. I really don't know. Unless you really start, trying taking the game seriously, then you might see some improvement. But if you're not, then you will probably never see any improvement. Use the energy, start farming runes, start cleaning up your inventory, selling all the bad runes, and start building small teams one by one, setting goals to achieve in the game. Like build your first Guild War offense team, second Guild War offense team, build 5 units for RTA. Like you only need to build like 7 units to play RTA casually, because every time you pick like 5 units, if they take one, you take the other one. So realistically, if you build like a double strip, triple follow-up team, you probably only need to build like 7 units. Focus on that first, and maybe we might see some improvement. But the second one is the one that have a chance to be somewhere in RTA if he decides to actually work on his account. Because I can see that he has laid down some foundation, he has some understanding of the game as well as RTA, and if he get a good grasp of RTA, he can move way further. So when I look into the account, I can already see that he has some strong unit for RTA, but he doesn't have a whole lot. And he's still rocking in Fighter 3, which I think is not bad because he doesn't have a whole lot. And in Fighter 3, you have X-Guardian, X-Conqueror, Chinese Bond with LDNAT 5. You have many type of strong people here. But when you look at an account and it is Fighter 3 stuck, I think the problem might be underneath it. It's not just about RTA. So while I was trying to mess around with some rune builds, I tried to farm for him as well, and I realized that both of his farming team in Giants and Dragons are not working at the 100% win rate. So that is already like a big red flag that I can see in the account. And I take a look at the Inugami and I realize that all of his Inugami have low attack power and they have low accuracy. The highest one has 45 accuracy, which is really low for the recommended accuracy, which I think, if I remember correctly, is about 60. And there are some missing quality for the Giants team as well, so I highly recommend that you go and try to figure it out if your farming team is correctly built or not, because with this accuracy you're not gonna defense break the dragons, and with the vert that is actually, this one is not too bad. It's not tanky enough, I think, because if you're taking a hit from the dragon you might die with this amount of stats. So I think the problem is actually in the farming team. So I went and took a further look into his guild mission event, because this is where you can see how much energy one has farmed over the course of, how long has it been? It's been a while, right? I have farmed at least 20,000 energy and I refresh a couple times a day only. So this is not a very good sign, and as Jubego say, you gotta farm more runes because that's the only way to fight in RTA. I'm not here to belittle, I'm not trying to expose, I'm not trying to be mean or anything, but I asked him if he wanted me to do harsh review. Then it is just the matter of fact that he's not really farming enough, his farming team is not good enough, and that will lead to not having runes for RTA unit, and it really demotivates you to actually try when your runes are just not getting any better. So when I look at this, I realize that, oh, he does have 2 speed leader. He does have unit that can strip and do something about it. He has aggressive turn 1 team, and he has a decent turn 2 follow-up with 2 main healer being Molly and Lulu. And he can rely on Wind Panda and Rika and Vert and Laika and Leo to form a strong turn 2 team. So this is actually not bad, but there are many other units here that he doesn't really use at all, because when I take a look at his replay, go to the replay section and I take a look at what he used, he mainly used like less than 10 units. So there are many units in his box that is favorited but not used at all, and they still have runes, which mean the runes are not being optimized at all, and that is a big problem. You gotta put your runes where you use them and not to unit that you don't really have any use for. I think at least taking them out of your favorite is like cleaning up your house and not leave the clutter around so that you can actually focus on what you want to do. I think he used to be a cleaver, so he runed up a very well rune Bastet, but in his rank with his box it's really hard to use her, and he's not really picking her as well. So I think that rune set should be on someone that's actually needing the rune set that can boost the playstyle that rely on Ciara and Barbara. And then I take a look at the rune and I see another problem, which is going to be speed tuning. So in general, he has some sort of plan going on for him with Ciara, Oki, and Barbara. So Barbara move in front of Ciara to strip, open up a spot for the bomb, and Oki is also faster to strip, reset a unit. So there's some kind of plan going on right there. But the problem with running a very fast stripper like Triton, who's using a Vile rune, which is I think a waste, the follow-up is really slow. So when you run a Swift rune stripper, there need to be at least 1 Swift rune follow-up. So the Swift set from Bastet can actually be on Okeanos, so that he can follow up after Triton in case Triton missed the pushback, then the strip will become meaningless. So there should be some sort of follow-up after Triton that is actually speed tuned. If Triton is 300 speed, then the follow-up need to be at least 290 speed. So there's some sort of follow-up to make the strip meaningful. I also noticed that the healer is not really fast, so if they manage to stun your unit, then the healer won't be able to help to cleanse, for example, Oki or Ciara or Saga, which is a problem. So when I rune my box, there are two units that will be the anchor unit for my speed tuning. So let's say my box has a Gianna at 300 speed. Then the follow-up will be moving right after that, whatever I'm using, Bison, Changpeng, all of that stuff. For my turn 2, my main healer will be Lulu. So whatever I'm using with Lulu will be moving right after Lulu. So if there's any stun, any control, and Lulu can boost them so they can move immediately. Instead of having them move a natural turn, lose that turn to the stun, restart at 0 attack bar, and then Lulu heal. And it doesn't really mean anything because you're not moving anymore. So the enemy team can keep cycling turn around you, and that's not very good. So that's the speed tuning I usually go for. For example, we have a Kaki here with a Vio set, very fast, very good damage. If you look at the Kaki individually, this is a very well-runed Kaki. But if you look at Kaki in a team where he might need attack buff from Fran or a strip from Barbara to start defense breaking, then this is not a good Kaki. It is way too fast, it is not on Will Rune, and it should be slowed down with Will Rune. And when you look at other rune optimization, we have a very fast Will Rune here on the Verisa, but then it is not really that good because she's not really fast anyway. Like for example, the rune of Verisa can be used on Lulu to make Lulu much faster and speed tuned to whatever team he's using, and then Verisa can use another rune that is not the Will Rune. Here we lose 2 speed, but we actually boosted another unit speed by a hell lot, and we still keep the general speed tuning of Verisa, for example. So this is where you need to go back to your box to realize whether you are using your rune the most optimal way possible. So now we have some sort of clear turn 1 strategy after doing a little bit of cleanup on this account, put runes where it should be, and we have Ciara, strip, depending on the situation. If you want to go fast, you go Triton, Verisa. If they are going for a Lulu comp, you go for Iselia on the spare rune, and you don't have to run a Triton because Iselia bring more control with skill 1 and skill 2 compared to Triton AoE silence because the stun is very good at controlling Vert. And then he can follow up with Okeanos, Tyrone, Poseidon, and Barbara, which will make a pretty decent turn 1 aggressive comp. And then for turn 2, he can start with Lulu if they take his Ciara. And then he can start out with Okeanos Lulu, and then he can move into the Leo, Wind Panda, Molly draft, which is actually very annoying to play against as well, and not to mention add a Vert in there. And you always have a good turn 2 team with Lulu and Vert and a Molly for him. Yeah? If you don't have a Molly, then you have to rely on whatever wind unit you're using. Fuki, Wind Panda, Diana, they are all really good and strong option as well. So right here, we're going to go for the last pick, Stripper. Double immunity is usually meaningless when you have strong Stripper. We're going to ban out his resistant leader skill. We're going to have accuracy leader skill. We do have a lot of control on our team, slow debuff and stun. So I think we should do okay here. Alright, we're gonna go for the AoE strip, even though there's only 1 Will Runes. And then I'm gonna go for the stun here. Hopefully we get a stun, nice stun, push them back with slow debuff. Accuracy leader is gonna help a lot and we start dropping damage. No damage, but it's okay, they don't have a lot of HP either. The moment he can start farming some, artifact, he will start doing more damage, especially with unit like Iselia. She's gonna drop so much heat with multi-hit, and artifact additional damage is really good on her. So right now we are totally control the enemy. Oh, can I do something about this? Actually, I want to kill Tyrannus first because I reset him, right? We're gonna try to slow her down here. The Lulu didn't get silenced, so that is quite a problem actually. Let me finish the reviver, and now we're gonna stun them again. with accuracy lead, we're doing just fine. We're gonna reset her immunity in case you want a violent proc. Always assume the worst when you do RTA, so that when they proc, you are prepared for it, right? If you have to drop that bomb on a unit that you think is gonna violent proc, drop that bomb, drop that reset. 2-turn silence is really good because you cannot violent proc out of 2-turn silence. So always assume the worst so that when you play, you don't get catch off guard when they proc out of that one stun or that one thing that you really prepared for. All right, he's gonna go for a unit that anti-Okeanos, but not really countering anything on your team. His main damage is either from Molong or probably from Jemaya. So if you ban out Molong, he won't have a lot of damage and he has to play the long game. And when you want to play the long game, you want to have 2 healers. And this guy has a Molly, which is perfect for that. We can actually ban out the enemy healer as well. And he won't have much to stay for. Yeah, let's ban out the enemy healers. He's gonna ban out Molly because Molly is annoying. And right now we have healer, we have reset, damage, bomb. We should be okay. Always take your time to think about what you want to do in the fight. Don't have to rush because I see a lot of misplay every time I watch people do RTA. So what we want to do first is we can actually go for the strip here. We can go for a quick violent proc, big damage. We can go for, we don't have to AoE just yet, right? Any extra damage is good on the Tyrannus. We reset the Tyrannus and then we finish the Tyrannus. And one target out of the way. So the Sierra Barbara Oki is actually pretty good against a lot of people. So right now we're gonna get destroyed. Ouch. And there's not much you can do about this anymore. Yeah. There's just not much you can do about it unless you go like 5 billion turns in a row. I don't know what. GG. Oh, this guy is so close to C1. Oh my god. I just break a dream. I think C1 is kind of impossible, not gonna lie.
Really? I thought my moves were decent at very least.
Nah.
Nah. I thought violent moves around 140, 150 is enough for C1, but I guess everyone has grown or the game has grown a lot.
Yeah. Like you need this. Like I mean, my unit are not really faster than this. Honestly, my unit is like 20 speed faster, which is not like crazy, you know. But you're not doing damage with, let's say, Okeanos. Okeanos not doing any damage. Like, let's be real, right? No additional damage artifact. I mean, you do have some, but it's not doing any damage. And you don't have max accuracy, so usually you have to pick accuracy lead. Or you're gonna miss the Lulu, right?
Yep, almost always.
Miss the
Lulu.
Lulu.
I tried OP on Swift 180, 100 accuracy, but that also didn't really work because it was too slow.
Yeah, I mean Swift, I think you only have 3 options here that can be on Swift. Triton, Asher, and Verisa. So Asher Triton will allow you to hopefully outspeed the enemy. And I think Verisa just set you up better. I think Sierra is fine, but the accuracy is gonna hurt because you're not bombing a max res Lulu. But Barbara is not gonna defense break. Oki's not gonna stun. So that's where you will tilt really hard because everyone pick a Lulu nowadays. It's just how it is. Even if they nerf Lulu, something else is gonna be Lulu. Something else is gonna take the max resistant build to be that thing that will piss you off. So it's gonna be tough. So let's say I had a match earlier in here. That I outdrafted this guy. So look at this, right? He's slower because we picked Triton and picked Tiana. We outspeed, we strip, we push back according to plan. Easy claps, put on the damage, the debuff. But because you don't have any artifact, they're all surviving for a long time. And this is where violent procs happens, right? So I also predicted that he's gonna proc, so we go for the big reset on the Savannah earlier, but then I predicted the wrong thing that's gonna proc, and voila! Surprise, bitch. And sad.
And then I get shit on.
Yeah. So that's where artifact will come into play, and because C1, C2 player also get shit on by their own ranking people, so they dropped out to fighter 3. This guy is not fighter 3. he got auras from recent season Conqueror, but he's also getting destroyed and dropped down. Sad. So you just gotta farm more, I guess. But I think with time constraint and stuff, it's just hard to get C1. Honestly, it's just really competitive.
Yep. Or I pull a crazy LD unit.
Even if you pull a Gianna, I don't think you're gonna be C1. Like, for real.
No?
Nah, I don't think so. Because people are not that bad, you know? Like, people also go to YouTube and see how to counter X or Y Z unit. And Gianna is like one of the oldest unit in the game, right? They know what's up.
Yep.
Okay. So let's try to do a match here. What are you gonna do against this? What are you seeing here?
I'm seeing a heal and strip.
So
I think this is just going to outspeed. I'm trying to go to I'm going to outspeed this.
All right.
All the time, I think.
Not bad, because they don't have a speed lead, right? They're gonna be slow.
Yep. So I'll the stripper and Oki, the dark stripper.
All right, dark stripper. Okay, we doing okay here. Not bad.
Yep.
What the fuck is that?
Yep, that's weird. Well, I think Poseidon and the Barbara. And then ban the wind one. What's it called again?
Yeah, the wind one's gonna happen on that. So which one do you want to ban?
I think I'll ban. I forgot its name, but the wind one.
You ban the wind one, okay?
Yep.
You ban Ciara. So
and then actually,
the thing about Fighter 3 is they pick very weird stuff. So if you kind of know what you're doing and you have like a sort of a good team for yourself, you do okay for the most part, because people don't really know what they're doing. They just pick random stuff down here. So let's say a normal team is like 2 speed leaders, 2 AoE stripper, and 3 follow-up. So if they ban 1 follow-up, you still have 2 follow-up and strip. They ban 1 strip, you have the other one. So usually that is the usual way they go about it. From like Fighter to Guardian 3, they all do the same thing. They all do double strippers and triple CC. It's just that they pick the more premium of the role. Okay, what are we doing here? I think it's fine. We're gonna strip everything, right?
Yep. Because of the accuracy lead.
Oh shit. Oh, it's autoing you.
Missed one.
Nah, you'll be fine, bro. You'll be fine.
I think this is an easy win, I think.
Yeah,
unless
should
he procs
be
like every turn.
Which we're not gonna let that happen. This one's gonna go down. And without the main damage dealer, he's gonna die. So another problem I see a lot is people spreading damage way too much, and they're not focusing that on the thing that really matter, that need to die. So you can misplay and miss your chance to kill. So you have to identify which of the thing over there is gonna kill you, and you're gonna kill that thing quickly. So a lot of time you see people say, "Oh, why are you greeting?" It is because they're spreading damage. Like let's say just now I didn't kill the Perna, but I go and maybe the Harmonia is gonna violent proc, and then I go and reset Harmonia, and then I don't kill the Perna fast enough, and then the Perna violent proc, and you're dead. So when you give the enemy chance to violent proc, they will all the time. So a lot of this comes from experience though. Like you gotta play a lot to really know how to deal with some situation.
Most of the seasons I probably do maximum of only 200, 300 wings, because I am getting too tilted.
Yeah, and it's just tough.
It's starting to, it is tough. It's really tough, this rank. But I guess I need to improve the runes.
Yeah, runes is
And should I focus on Fighting then, or should I just go back to keep farming Swift?
If I were you, I'll farm Violent. I'll farm Violent, because you have two Swift set, which is usually good enough. Like I also have 2 or 3 Swift set that I use all the time anyway. And one of them is on your Triton, which is not bad. Like my Triton is like 5 speed faster than this. It's good enough. Yeah. The other one is on your Verisa, which is not bad. So what you really need is to to make your violent runes better, like more stats, more accuracy, more crit rate, more everything. They always go over something like strong. So you don't right? Use that against you. And use it right here. And use that right. Runes is better because she can attack naturally. So she's really good as a runes. We don't have to find it. She's not bad too actually. It's actually very annoying for you and Sean user.
Yeah.
And the last video convert can be, but that is that. So yeah, we are listening to towards RG, right?
Yeah, for sure.
Thank you. All right.
Okay then.
Have a good day, man.
Well, thank you, bro.
Good luck,
You
bro.
as well. Thank you,
No
thank you.
problem.
Bye bye.
Bye. I'm gonna log out right now, so you can log in, or you can just log
All
in.
right.